Hey guys, Dr. P back on the channel. Rob's gone. I kicked him off.
Hey, you know this live, right? I already started the recording.
Oh, shh, don't tell nobody. So, how are we doing today?
I'm doing outstanding. It's a
I'm
great
feeling
day.
pretty good. I'm wearing my hat. Y'all know I love my hat. This is the second time I don't wear it. I'm gonna wear it every show. I'm just kidding.
What's
But
up with this hat?
so this hat is just a girl boss building her empire. So I feel like this is like my success hat. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Success, I like that.
Mm-hmm. What's your definition of success?
So, what are we talking about today? We talking about success?
I think so.
Okay, let's talk about
Success
success.
in dating. How about that?
Success in dating. Okay, and the question is, what is my definition of success?
What is your definition of success?
In my opinion, success is accomplishing a goal that you set out to complete that provides a level of lifestyle you desire.
Okay.
That's what I think success
I
is.
like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. And what would you say in relations to dating for success?
Or successful
Successful
relationship.
relationship.
A successful relationship is mutual understanding and happiness.
Hmm. That's
Takes two to
short.
tango. Yeah. Short and sweet.
Sweet. I like that.
Yeah, like me.
He's right about the short part, y'all. Okay, so for me, because I'm assuming that was the next question coming.
Yeah. What's success for you? What does it look like?
Pretty much just setting a goal and taking the steps to reach it. In my opinion, like I don't feel like success has to be this huge mansion, driving the Bentley, flying, G5s, thing like no. Because first of all, more money, more problems, in my opinion. As long as you are happy, you're content with where you are, you've set goals and you've reached them. I don't see why that's not considered success.
Have you heard that song, More Money, More Problems?
Yes.
Who sings that song?
No idea.
Okay, so Drake made another version of that, right? And he said, more money, more problems. Don't believe it. I want the money. I want the problems.
Really?
I do.
Why?
I do. So is there a cap on success?
I don't feel like there's a cap on it.
So where's the end?
That's a good question. How would you put it if the end is you stated happiness?
Mm-hmm.
So at what point are you content with that level of happiness, if that makes sense?
It does make sense, right? The thing that sounds interesting in that sentence to me is happiness and contentment.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're one and the same.
They're not.
For you to be happy, you got to work, and it's a continuous process. It's ongoing. I kind of feel the same way about success. I think you can reach a point in success. Like I think I'm successful now, but it's not enough. I have a desire to want more, but that's just kind of like the drive in me. I don't think I'd ever be content with it. Content is just like a word that's not really in my vocabulary. I don't really like that word. It just sounds negative to me. When I hear content, it sounds negative to me.
It does. It almost makes me think of complacent.
That's a popular word in the military.
Mm-hmm.
When you go down range, the one thing they say is do not become complacent.
Why? What
You'll be dead.
This is why I'm not in the military. He's in the military, okay? Oh my God.
That's real talk.
Okay. So in terms of relationships, do you feel like you've had successful relationships?
In short, no. And the reason why I say no, because I'm not married with kids.
Okay. So do you feel like success in a relationship is marriage with kids?
Depends on what your definition of success is.
Okay.
So like if I say I'm successful, my success doesn't look like somebody else's success.
True.
Someone can be a single parent living their best life, and that's their family definition of success. It's not mine.
Okay. True. That's what I was going to say. Like, for me, success does look like marriage, kids, not necessarily the white picket fence, but I would like to live my life with somebody and we continue to grow towards a mutual success, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
So like, yeah, I've reached my level of got my doctorate, traveling, got the house, got the dog, the car, whatever, but at some point, like you said, you want more.
Mm-hmm.
So then when you meet that person and y'all both have reached your level of success, then you set new goals. And then it's like, what do those new goals look like if you've already obtained them as an individual?
I think that's what makes that relationship successful journey interesting, because
Mm-hmm.
you've achieved a level of success by yourself, but can you do it as a family? And then it comes into what's family success. And then also, I like people that dream, and I think dreaming is an important part of success, or chasing success. And dreaming is an important part of relationship, how you want your relationship to be. But when you chase those dreams and you merge them between two people, sometimes somebody gotta let the other person live their dream, and I think that's hard, because that could be a jealousy thing. So I got a question for you, right?
Okay.
Being successful, having relationships, you have a lot of acronyms behind your name. You got
Yes.
a big status.
PT.
Have,
But
dating somebody,
mm-hmm.
have they ever felt like they was too much in your shadow, like they wanted the light and they just couldn't get it?
Yes. Oof, it's been a couple. Not too many, but a handful, I would say. I've actually gone to like a health fair, and I had the guy I was dating with me at the time attend the health fair with me, and it was almost like he just didn't know what to do. He was just kind of falling in the background. I was like, "No, come on, you can come up here with me and
You
talk to
can
people.
speak.
You can, yeah, you can speak, but it's you can literally feel that energy when people are not comfortable. And even though he didn't verbalize that to me, I could sense it.
You can feel it.
Even on the ride home, it was just different energies.
Quiet.
Like wow, like she's really doing stuff. Like I need to get my shit together. So and at that point, it's like, okay, well, then when I ask the question, hey, how was it? I'm genuinely asking, how did I do? Because I still feel like I have room to grow in my profession. But they're so in their head, like, dang, she's really intimidating, or her profession is intimidating. What do I have to offer?
Wow.
You know? So for me, I would say it's almost like I have to, I don't want to pull teeth, but let them know, hey, it is okay that I am doing this. You don't have to be a doctor. You don't have to be a lawyer or the president of the United States. As long as you're happy doing what you're doing, no, I preferably would not like to pay all the bills. I mean, things like that. I would like to share something. You wash a little dish, something sweet. I don't know. But and that's another thing we can get into in a little bit later about carrying weight in relationships. But just success in general, I don't expect them to be on the level that I'm on. As long as you are happy, you're passionate, you can take care of yourself and not struggle living paycheck to paycheck, I don't see anything wrong with it.
I got a question for you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I got a question for you. So you've reached a level of success,
Okay.
but like you said, you still got room to grow in your
Mm-hmm.
profession. And from your opinion, from your standpoint, what if you meet this perfect guy and he says, "Hey, I want to be with you. Everything is great, but I really need you to step back because you didn't achieve so much. I'm running right
Ooh.
now. Can you support me while I'm running? Can you do that?"
Ooh, that's tough. Because I've put a lot aside personally
To get
to
there.
get to where I am. So why am I going? Ooh, that's
I'm just trying to be great like you. You
Ugh.
can't clap just a little bit. Why
I
go
can
to
clap, but I'm gonna be working at the same time, clap and work. So, I mean, just because life doesn't stop, I've never seen myself as excuse me, as a stay at home. I'm not even a stay at home, but that's kind of how I feel. Like if I was put on the back burner and told to, hey, let's say we're together,
Mhm.
okay? You're military and you get shipped to, what is it? I don't know, Korea or something. And I have to stop what I'm doing. Let's say PT isn't recognized over there in the
Ooh.
same manner, because we have had people come here and this not recognized. So you say, hey, we got to move, or I'm getting ready to move. I want you to come with me, but you're not going to be able to be a therapist there.
Yeah. That's a real world scenario
That's a
too.
real world scenario. I've heard of that happening, and relationships break up all the time. For me personally, I don't know if that's something I could compromise on. Mainly because I love what I do. I can't sit and do nothing. I would love to be, that person's cheerleader, but at what point do I get back in the game?
I think that's a variable that can be unknown. In my 2 decades of service, I spent 11 years overseas.
Mm.
And I can honestly say some of the traveling back and forth that put some hardship on my relationship. I believe it takes I don't want to say man or woman, like let's say the woman is in the service.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to take a special type of male civilian spouse to support that, and vice versa,
Mm-hmm.
because it's a lot.
It is.
And technology has definitely changed over the years. Communication is definitely a lot easier. But there's been times where I had no comms. I can't talk to somebody. Or imagine you following this individual, your new potential life partner, and they go to a remote location, and then they go somewhere else from that remote location, and then now you're there by yourself.
Exactly. And then I'm not even doing
You're not
anything
even you're
because
not even yeah.
yeah. See, that's too risky for me.
So you wouldn't sign up for it? You wouldn't be down?
I don't know. Okay, so let's say I wasn't a PT though.
No, you are a PT. That's
Okay,
a
well
fact.
then no. No, screw it. Hell no. We're not doing that.
Man,
Sorry.
that's a lot. Ooh,
It's a lot.
That's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot to think about, but not for me.
Yeah, I hear you. I would say, like I said, 2 decades of service. I'm coming up on retirement. That's one of the things that I am happy I am getting out of that situation. Don't get me wrong. I thank the military for everything it's done for me, but sometimes it has made some
The strain.
relationships. It put a little strain on them. It's tough.
It's a lot.
It's tough.
That lifestyle is it's just not for everybody.
It's not.
So, yeah. So, what are some key factors that you feel will help make a relationship successful and maintain that success? Like, for example, I'm just throw this out there: communication, or I don't know, therapy, something like that. What are some things that you have found to be positive in making relationships successful for you?
It's kind of hard to say, and the reason why I say it's hard to say is because all the relationships I had in the past, obviously they were not successful. You might have learned a thing or two from those past relationships, but who's to say it was all the other person's fault?
Right.
I could have been doing something wrong, you know.
Right.
Then there's always that self-reflection, and I think one of the cliche things is everyone always saying communication. You got to have communication,
Right.
but what does communication look like?
Right.
One of the things I talk about is effective communication. That's a piece of it.
Okay.
But then you have to be receptive to the information, and the information that's received has to be applied in order for it to be successful, right? But then you got to facilitate the environment so you can have those successful conversations. Now, what does that look like? Because different people communicate different ways. Some people are nonverbals, meaning their body language and their actions kind of do a lot of talking.
Yep.
Some people more, let me collect my emotions and come back and have this conversation. Some people that, no, we're going to talk about this right now type people, you know? And then some people may be like, let me write my thoughts down and give them to you, you know? It really is really, that has to be defined with the person that you are seeking that connection with.
Okay.
So I don't really know what that answer is, but it has to be defined between those two. There's got to be some type of something established, and it's got to be fluid. Because anybody I know that's been married for years, the one thing they tell me, marriage is work.
It's another job.
It's a whole nother job.
But you're not getting paid.
You getting paid.
You get paid by being with the person, but the bread ain't coming.
Man. If someone said, I want to marry you, right?
Okay.
What's going through your mind? Because is love enough?
No. Love don't pay the bills.
Is success enough? Success pays bills.
Success pays bills, but okay. So okay. So if somebody asked me to marry them right now, first of all, they would have had to pass a certain level of test. Like, not necessarily like
Like what kind of test?
like,
Are they multiple choice? You got a clipboard?
No, not okay. So if it even got to that point where marriage came up, I feel like they were already a candidate, possibly. But some people speak on that early now.
They might be thinking they're a candidate, but they might not be a candidate in your eyes.
True.
Tell me about this test.
Oh my God. Okay. So just like I want to know their thought process, I want to know how they handle conflict. How I don't know. Let's say I get a flat tire. Or do I change it? Are you teaching me how to change it? Are you just gonna change it, or are you gonna send somebody else to like? It's so many different things that I look at because that trickles down not only for how the future will be, but what kids will be like, in my opinion.
So for you to get married, this guy got to know how to change a tire.
Yes.
I
I'm
mean,
kidding.
that's
I'm
it.
kidding. I'm kidding. Okay. So that was an example. But let's say he's a I don't know, a billionaire, but he doesn't spend time with me. He doesn't treat me right. He always just, doing the what's the Drake song?
I don't know.
American Express my love. Like that's not
That's
no.
2 Drake references during this
God, we
podcast.
gotta call him. I'm just kidding. So like it's uh and that's where you have to give and take because if you got the money but not the personality or the consistency or the communication, let's say we have a disagreement. How do we handle that disagreement?
Ooh, how do y'all fight?
How do you fight?
What's the rules?
Like,
Is it petty fighting?
is it petty? Are you gonna like you raise your voice? Are you gonna punch a wall? Or are you just gonna leave the house and drive and not, that type of stuff? Those are the things I need to know before going into bondage with somebody. I don't just, it's a reason I've never been married. There's a lot of people out here that have been married, divorced, got kids. It's a constant reminder. Y'all know how I am about them kids.
A non-negotiable.
Kids.
Damn.
Okay.
Damn. Non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable, okay? So, but it's so much to think about. Marriage is you're signing your life away if you do it right. I plan
Signing
on
your life away. That
you're signing your
sounds
life away because I only want to do that one time.
okay.
And I want to commit to one person. Not, me and Joe get together and it doesn't work out or whatever, and I don't know, we get a divorce. Even though he's a billionaire, I take all his money, but I'm still heartbroken at the end of the day.
Wow.
I still want love. So yeah, he might be a manager at McDonald's or he might own the freaking McDonald's. I don't know, but if he treats me right, then
So my man could be flipping burgers, bagging up fries, making apple pies, changing tires, and he get married. He got Dr. Prince.
how much he make though?
It don't matter.
It does matter.
You're gonna be fed every day.
Not by McDonald's. If he come home smell like fries every day, that's gonna get old. I promise you. But yeah, it's so many things that go into that.
It sounds deep.
It is. I don't think I don't have enough time. I don't have enough time to tell you guys.
I
But
don't think it's that deep for me.
how would you feel? What's your explanation on this?
There's a lot of things that go along with marriage that need to be in order. Understanding mutual agreement as far as like finances,
Mm-hmm.
raising kids, not having kids, raising kids,
Raising them.
how they're
Anybody
going
can
to
have them.
determine things in the household. But those are conversations that I expect to happen, and that's an understanding that I expect to be on the same level to get to marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So those are just, to me, those are regular things that have to be checked the box. So I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm.
really say those requirements because that's just what I expect.
Right.
But me getting married to someone, the number one thing I need is peace.
Oof.
Is she gonna bring me peace?
Oof.
And peace is everything.
Mm.
Peace of mind is knowing that we're not gonna be arguing about money.
Mm.
If something happens to me, she can take care of the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Us building this empire, we building the legacy. Will the legacy live on if something happens to me? Can that woman deliver that level of peace? That's what I need. That's what's going to make me get married. All the other stuff, I'm not saying it's not important. Those are things that's on the checklist.
Mm.
But the biggest one is peace.
Hmm.
Because some people have those things in order,
Yeah.
but they don't have
But
peace.
they don't have peace. Mm.
Peace is, I think not having peace will kill you, man.
I'm gonna have to drink on that one because
Not having peace will kill you. Your mind will be going. I can't tell you how many people can't relax because they worried about some things they have no control over.
That's true. Ooh,
They
that's
worried about a
true.
spouse matter of fact, talking about being in the military and being away from your spouse. I've been away with folks that's in the military and their spouses are out of freaking control
Ooh, I hear
and they
about that a
have no
lot.
peace.
I hear about that a lot. Spending money, having affairs, all kinds of stuff.
Everything.
Woo.
So for me, it's not that deep. This woman has to bring me peace. She bring me peace. That's wife. Too easy.
I feel like your answer was way better than mine. We're gonna give him that one. We're gonna get. I got the next one, y'all.
I mean, that's just my answer. You
That
know, I
was a
think it's
good
kind
answer.
of
I like that.
just peace. You know.
Okay. All right. I like it. All right. So we're gonna wrap this up because
The last one was
the
long.
last one was long, y'all.
There was no script. I mean, we don't really have a script now. We just kind of
Yeah,
going with it.
we're
But the
just
last
going
one was
with it.
like an hour long, just about.
That's what happens when people get to yapping. Okay.
But
All right.
go ahead. What you got?
So I got one last question.
Okay.
What would you say you have taken from your past relationships that has been like a learning experience, something you would grow from moving forward into your next relationships? Like, what is something that you've taken? Damn, I'm saying it
No, you're not saying it wrong.
wrong. Okay.
I pick it up what you putting down.
Okay. I think you got it.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to explain it. Tell me if you feel me on this one, right? This is for me.
Okay.
When I'm thinking about all my past relationships, like I said, I think someone would it'd be kind of silly to say it was always the other person.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what I've learned from all my relationships in the past is you got to take the time to analyze the receipt.
Mm.
And what I mean by that is, I don't know nobody that goes out to eat and the bill come, they don't be like, okay, but what I'm paying for? What's going on?
Let me see. What's this 99 cents right here?
You know what I'm saying? So for me, when I'm looking at all my relationships, we didn't had our exchanges and everything is done. I got the receipt. I'm really looking at the receipt. Okay, this is what I paid for. Okay, this was her thing. This was my thing. Oh, this is how we got to this total. Okay, I'm not eating here again. You know what I'm saying? But just analyzing that receipt. That's the one thing I tell myself, like out of all relationships, what have I learned? Analyze the receipt.
Oh my gosh. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, so I like your answer. Mine is similar.
Okay.
I would say I've learned logic versus emotion.
That's a lot. I don't want to say this coming from a woman. That's a lot. That's a lot. Y'all be
Okay.
emotional sometimes.
So yes, we do tend to be emotional. It's just we can't always control it. We have hormones, things like that, and I don't get into
Understandable.
that. But I have learned that even if you are emotional and let's say we're fighting or something good happens, something bad happens, whatever, always take the time to sit back, let those emotions simmer, and then think logically. How am I reacting in this? Do I really need to, say what I'm saying or react in the way that I am? Or do I need to just let it go? Like, is it really that serious? Then that kind of falls back on the pettiness that you were talking about.
Yeah, gotta let the petty stuff go.
Let the petty stuff go. So
I'm feeling that, man. I don't know if you know, but you have been very much requested. People have been hitting me up. Hey, yo, what's up with Dr. Prince? When's part 2? When part 3? But we're gonna be doing some more of these. How long they're gonna be? We're trying to keep them kind of short, at least under 30 minutes. But if there's something specific you would like us to talk about, please let us know in the comments. But that's all we got for you this time. This is Dr. Prince and your boy, Mr. Robb Armstrong, and that's all we got for y'all, man.
See y'all later. Bye.
Peace.